Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Casual Sports Podcast. We're coming in a little late. We've been having some technical difficulties, but we're here.
Better late than never.
Yep. I don't know why I can hear myself. Can you hear yourself when you talk?
No.
1 second.
I can hear your echo a little bit, but it's not bad. Man, we can't get nothing right today.
No. We'll do.
It's not that bad.
I did the wrong to get in. So,
You what?
I think I typed the wrong link. To get in.
Well, I originally typed it in and it wasn't working, and I looked and I typed in the wrong letter, and then we had our technical issues, but we're here.
We're here.
So
I'm gonna try.
What's that?
How's that sound?
Better. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
All right. What do we want to talk about? We want to talk about sports?
I believe that's what the show's called, right?
I guess.
I mean, start off with hockey if you want.
We can start with hockey. Let's end with hockey. Let's start with baseball.
Okay.
All right, Mahoney Valley Scrappers just got swept by the Trenton Thunder. We're on a slump.
I believe they've lost. I just had it up.
6?
I had a schedule here. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
Well, Williamsport's been losing too. That's who we play next. Starting tonight, but now they're 10-7. We're 10-8, so they took over first place. They're coming in tonight. They're 1-6 on the road, so that's pretty favorable for us. We're still 7-3 at home. What'd you do there?
I was just trying to.
Oh,
It did work.
it took you out. But did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah, Williamsport's 1-7 on the road, and we're 7-3 at home.
Yeah, so coming in, I mean, they're not good on the road, so it's favorable for us. But
they just swept us.
Yeah, but in our last 10 were 3-7. Their last 10 they're 6-4, so they're playing better than we are. But it's kind of big, and Trenton wasn't playing well either, but they swept us, so we just got to find something going here.
We're not gluing together enough. We've had guys leaving, you guys come in, and they're just not gluing together.
Well, and the guys they've had here to start the year, and some of the guys they had last year aren't, doing what they have been doing. Nobody's really playing well. When you go 3-7, nobody's really playing well. But they, the last 3 games, those 3 games they played against Trenton, Trenton was squaring everything up. So give them credit. They were hitting timely. Last night I think Scrappers had to start the inning. They had I forget what inning it was, but it was somewhere in the middle or late in the game. They had guys on first and second with no outs, and they didn't score anybody. So you're not going to win games doing that. And they've had too many chances against Trenton that they had perfect opportunities to score against guys, and they weren't doing it. So, and Trenton took advantage of it. And like I said, we weren't getting blown out, but they were just last night was pretty much blowout. But those games we were hanging in close, and they just couldn't plate anybody across. So it was just a matter of not putting things together.
I believe we lost back-to-back games in the later innings, and they were both off a home run.
Yeah. That first game with the home run we were talking about, we didn't know if it was fair or foul. That was the first one.
It was fair.
Yeah, it was, but we couldn't tell at the beginning. And second game, I think we were up like 4-2, and they hit a 2-run homer, and then they won an extra. I don't think it was.
We were up 3-2, and they hit a 2-run.
Yeah. So that one was a shot too. And the last night they just hit everything. I think they put up 9 runs or something.
There's a couple bad calls by the umpires.
Oh, by the way, we'll talk about this part. Did you see that home run that they counted for us?
It was a ground double.
It went straight down and hit the warning track, bounced over. That was a gift.
It was bad.
I couldn't believe that.
Then, a couple plays later, the umpire made a bad call first. The guy was half a foot off the line, and he called him safe. This was going in favor of the Scrappers, too.
Yeah, and imagine if we would have did our part and put some more guys across, we could end up winning that game. Because they gifted us 2 things right there. That home run, and then the umpires went out and talked about it to each other, and they still counted it. Like it was clear as day, Matt, that it bounced on the warning track.
Jeff Manto was fuming.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear those fans that were getting after his son because his son's in the lineup?
Yeah.
That's his son. That was playing.
Yeah.
And that was funny.
There was one guy in the stands that was laughing so hard. The pitcher, I forget last name. His first name was Dan.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dan, you left the oven on. He was just yelling.
I think he was the same guy. He was the same guy. I think that was telling the pitcher that his shoe was untied.
Yeah.
They were.
It was so funny. That guy didn't stay the whole time either.
No, but I mean when it's during the week and the crowds are weak like they are like that. The last 3 games, the crowds weren't great, but there was a group of fans that were doing something to at least liven it up. Like last night, them guys chanting, getting after Jeff is pretty funny.
The next 3 days, though, it's a pretty good crowd.
Yeah.
Tonight's Buck night, so a lot of people always come out for that. Tomorrow, the kid from Cobra Kai is coming. What's his name? Gianni DeCenzo.
And is there still fireworks tomorrow night?
I think so, yeah. And Saturday should be good too.
No, he's coming Saturday.
He was coming Friday.
I got it pulled up right here. So tonight's the Pokemon night with the Buck night. Friday is the special jersey night for developmental disabled with fireworks, and then Saturday's Gianni DeCenzo night.
That's the 25th.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Oh, okay. Saturday.
But we'll talk about this part because do you even watch this show? Because I don't even know anything about it.
Yeah, I watch it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
What's
Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Well, this show is like it's based off that.
Is it like a new show?
Yeah, it's been around like 2018, 4 seasons. It's on Netflix.
Well, now I'll have to watch it now because he's coming. I want to see what it's about. Because I don't keep up with a whole lot of things, and when they announced it earlier in the year, I was like, who was that?
They got all the old stars in it. Ralph Macchio.
Oh, really?
The original. And the guy who put Johnny Lawrence. That's who it's revolved around. Johnny Lawrence.
Okay.
He brings Cobra Kai back.
Then there's another celebrity in late July.
Oh, who is it?
Isaac Ryan Brown.
Who's that?
It says. I don't know. It's not even coming up.
What's his name?
Isaac Ryan Brown.
Isaac
Ryan Brown. If anybody knows who he is, because I don't know.
Isaac Ryan Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. American. Okay.
Come on, Matt. You're a movie and show guy. You should know.
Well, he's a Disney dude.
You don't watch Disney stuff?
I used to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. He's best known. Like
maybe you can get Gianni's autograph tomorrow night.
Or Saturday.
Or Saturday, yeah. I keep thinking today's Friday. I wish it was.
No.
But yeah, there should be a good crowd this weekend. Tonight's a popular night with the dollar hot dog and the beers and the pops, so it should be crowded. Firework nights are always popular.
Yeah. And buck nights.
So we'll see. I mean, and that too, I know a lot of people aren't familiar with the players, but it's for the league, its purposes, it's a big series. It's 2 teams are the 2 best friends. Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
But hopefully they can get back on track.
Oh, I think DJ has a question here in the chat.
DJ has a question?
It's a good question. Who would win in a foot race between
Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill?
What's that?
Pop it up on the screen.
It's a good question.
Cruz.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cruz is younger.
Well, because I sent in the group chat that they actually had the times of their sprints. I don't remember the numbers, but they were pretty close. But if it weren't for O'Neal Cruz being 6'7" with long legs, I don't think he'd be as fast. Tyreek Hill is just naturally fast.
I don't know.
I'd probably say Tyreek. But that sack fly that O'Neal Cruz had the other night, he got home like just like that.
Guarantee I'm putting this on the table. By the end of this year, we're going to see O'Neal Cruz hit it inside the park.
There's already going to happen. It happens at least once a year for every team.
Hopefully it happens in Florida when I'm there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're going to that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Pittsburgh versus the Marlins.
You better go for the Pirates.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear my Big Ben shirt that I got that night we went to his last game.
Oh, the T-shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would see him too. You could see Cruz. You could see him, Hayes, Madras, Reynolds.
Hayes.
By the way, since we're talking baseball, because the Pirates are playing right now, they Reynolds homer.
Actually,
go ahead.
I want to touch on this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then we'll go into MLB.
Yeah.
I know you know about this, but Jim Tressel is stepping down as the president at Youngstown State University. He's been there since 2014, I think.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of speculation what he'll do after maybe he's done. Maybe he'll go back to coaching.
I think from what it sounds, I would think that he's done with everything. Because I mean, you got to think at this point. How old is he right now?
He's
We're
looking that up. We'll be the last class.
Yeah, Alex all mad about that.
He steps down in February. We're done in December.
I mean, at this point he's 69. He's gonna be 70 soon. So you got to think though, Matt. He's been
though.
But he's had
our presidents, past presidents have been in their 70s.
But at this point though,
you can
just
run
for him,
all countries when you're in your 70s. You can run a university.
Yeah, but I mean, finance-wise, he's been doing this for 8 years. He was a coach at Ohio State for how many years? Coached us for how many years? So finance-wise, he's pretty set.
YSU from 1985 to 2000, and then 2001 to like 2011 at Ohio State.
Maybe I don't see him being a head coach anywhere. I don't even see him getting into sports. I think he's just done after this. But yeah, Alec was all mad last night because Ohio State lifer he is that he's not going to get his diploma from him, and me and you will. Hopefully, if we don't fail out by then. But
yeah.
It's possible with us, but yeah, I saw it yesterday. I wasn't too. I just hope the next president they get does as much as he did for the campus, because in 8 years he got a lot done in terms of redoing the campus, redoing Fifth Avenue, redoing certain buildings, updating stuff. So I hope that next guy does all that stuff, because he did a really good job. I think that's what everybody was happy for him. He's coming back, that he coached here. He's from around here, and a lot of people thought like, hey, maybe he'll come back and be the president and redo things around campus. Because when he came in, a lot of things needed redone.
Yeah.
So, like parking decks and all the sports facilities he updated. So he's done a lot, and I just hope that next person does just as much.
Me too. So he says he's going to prioritize time with his wife Ellen and their children and grandchildren once he leaves.
I get it.
And yes, he turns 70 in December.
Yeah, so 70 years old at that point. I mean, we don't know how much we're going to live till. So at that point, at 70, he's probably thinking, hey, I've done enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that a lot with coaches in any league, that they get to that mid-60s, 70s, they're thinking about retiring. So I'm not surprised that he's leaving, but it's, it's sad because you know this too, being a student. I just also hope the next guy that they were to bring in that would be as sociable as he is. Because how many times you see him driving around campus in his golf cart, walking around campus? He's more sociable than the president.
He's very interactive.
Yeah. Most presidents just go to events and that's it. He makes himself known around campus, and I like that about him.
Me too. I've been interacted with multiple times.
Yeah. I think that's what you need with the president, because you got to engage yourself with the students that are going to school at your university. So I like that part of it, and I said, I hope those type of things that it can continue on. I don't know who's going to be coming in, but I hope that continues.
I'm sure we'll get an announcement.
Yeah. I mean, he got time. He's leaving in February, so they got time to start looking. But
yeah,
it's I'm happy with what he's done since he's been here.
Oh, me too.
I mean, the bookstore, I worked there. That wasn't there when he took over, so he put that in. Like I said, redid Fifth Avenue.
He had the new whole apartment building.
All the apartments, the Watch Center, that new tennis court they put in that parking lot we used to park at freshman year.
Multiple things for football team.
Yeah.
Which was controversial.
The new turf, that new press box at the stadium too. The Constantine.
Yeah. Constantine Center.
He's updated
a
lot.
Classes up there, so.
Yeah, nice addition to the stadium. But yeah, he's done a real lot. I mean, you can keep going on with things he's done in terms of updating.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people can find the cons about him, but
you're gonna have that with everything.
I like them. I've had really any complaints about him.
You're gonna have cons with everything, but he did a lot more good than bad. Yeah. But yeah, I like bringing that up. That was good.
Yeah. We're gonna bounce around a little bit before we go into MLB.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spend some time with that.
What else you got?
All right, so number one recruit, Arch Manning has committed to Texas.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Pick over Georgia and Ohio State. Alabama.
Ole Miss, Georgia, and
Alabama.
Yeah. What do you think?
Now, what's that mean for Quinn Ewers? He's got the year.
What year is he in?
Quinn Ewers is like a freshman.
I don't know. Does he transfer? Does Arch Manning spend a year there and then he doesn't like it and transfer?
Ewers already transferred once.
Some players do it more than once.
Yeah, Tate Martell.
Yeah, he goes like 8 different schools, but then he never even played. Yeah, that's true.
Well, he started at Florida, and then he went to a very small college called Blinn.
Yeah, Blinn, yeah.
And then to Auburn.
Yep. But I mean, obviously, it's good pickup for Florida or Texas because they're still searching Matt to get back to where they want to be at. And they've, what's the quarterback they had?
This past year?
The last couple of years. What was his name? Oh, I can think of it too. I keep forgetting these names.
What's up?
I'll look it up. Once I see it.
So he committed over Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Clemson, and Virginia.
Hold on. What the heck was his name?
Well, you're looking at that. I think this is the guy that's going to Texas football. Right? If it's not Quinn Ewers, because Quinn Ewers would be really good too.
Jake Ellinger.
Oh yeah, Ellinger. He went to the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, he was good, but he wasn't the guy that was. I don't think they had enough around him, but he was.
They won the bowl game with him that year, right?
I think the Sugar Bowl, yeah. But I think it's more than just obviously, like you were saying, it's a big one because he was one of the good recruits coming out, and obviously with the name Manning, but no,
that's why everybody's giving him much attention because that's his last name.
He's good. You saying he's going to be not as well? Because you like that bust word.
I do like that bust word. But everybody's looking at him because he's a Manning. Yeah, he can throw the ball. But if his name wasn't Manning, would he be this hyped up?
I think he's more athletic than.
He's more athletic
than the last two. I mean, you can't get any less athletic than Peyton.
You don't see Peyton Manning taking off for 30-yard runs.
I think that was his longest run of his career was 30 yards.
Something like that. Against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, they showed it the other day. I saw that. But
Art takes off.
He does. I think that's why. In this day and age, you got to have a quarterback and do it. The dual threats, they all like that.
Too.
Yeah, I mean, you like quarterbacks now that can sling it down 40 yards, 50 yards, even more than that sometimes, and then take off. They like these dual threat package quarterbacks you can use for anything. And I think he is that.
I hope he stays all 4 years.
I do too. Because Peyton was one of the ones that did that. One of the last ones that really did that back when he got drafted.
Because this class coming in is going to be the class in the NFL when we're in our 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
We'll be 40 and our man will be retiring.
I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I've always liked that Texas Longhorn logo, and I love that bird.
I like Texas.
I love their color. I know they're not great colors, but I've always liked them for
I
that
like
reason.
white and orange.
And they were good when we were younger. Yeah.
Unlike Oregon.
And, you know, they were good when we were younger, so it's just nostalgic reasons that I liked them growing up. But they, they're also one of the classes. Go ahead.
From Texas football.
Quarterback. Oh, Colt McCoy.
This is a good book. I'll lend it to you.
He might have been the last good quarterback they had.
They had his brother too.
Yeah.
Case McCoy. He wasn't that good.
He was a good college quarterback. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't made it in the NFL, but he was a good college quarterback, Matt. Really good.
Well, Colt McCoy is still in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's a good backup. Was he Arizona?
I think he's still with them. Yeah, because I think he took over for Kyler Murray this past year.
I remember the Browns drafted him.
Yeah, Browns can't keep quarterbacks, and they messed it up somehow.
No.
You could probably argue if he didn't get drafted by them, he probably would have been somewhat better.
Probably.
But, I mean, college-wise, he was good. I mean, Texas, they've had good quarterbacks.
There's only two quarterbacks that come to mind when I think Texas. That's Colt McCoy and what was his name? Vince Young.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, them two, and like I said, the last Jake Ellinger wasn't great, but he was one of the better ones they've had.
So
they've had good quarterbacks, but and one they really won with though was Young. But it's at this point we keep asking how many since we've been doing the show, especially that we've asked and started every college football season is Texas back.
David Ash or something.
It rings a bell.
Yeah, I remember.
It rings a bell. But that's what I was going to say.
I got the list of quarterbacks.
But like I was saying, the last couple of years we've been asking, is Texas going to be back? So maybe this is going to get them back. I don't know, but it'd be cool to see them back.
Yeah. So here we go. After Vince Young, it was Colt McCoy right after Vince Young.
Yeah.
And then Garrett Gilbert. And then Case McCoy for Case McCoy and David Ash went back and forth.
Garrett Gilbert played for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know. You
remember
Tyrone Swoops?
Not really.
He was a big dude. He played more than quarterback.
I don't remember.
Okay. He was like 6'4", 250.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, 6'4", 254. He played a couple years with the Seahawks. Bounce around after that.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Mostly the problem has been the coaches.
That's true.
So
who's their coach now again?
It's Sarkisian.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
he took over for the guy from Houston.
And you got to see though, with him coming in, and eventually if they end up with Ewers or Manning, that could be a good combination.
And let's not forget, they still have Casey Thompson. And I like Casey Thompson. He can play.
Yeah.
I remember when they had Shane Michelle too.
You're pulling up something.
See, you don't even know these names.
I don't remember a lot of them.
I remember Colt McCoy, Gilbert, only because I mean,
I remember Gilbert, and I remember McCoy, and I remember Young, but that's about it.
Yeah. I was too young to remember Young, really.
See, when I was younger, I liked Texas just because of their logo and their colors. I didn't really pay attention to the players.
And they beat Ohio State.
And they beat Ohio State.
McCoy beat Ohio State in the bowl game.
Yeah, so that's a reason to like them. I remember when I used to like Florida growing up with Tim Tebow.
Oh yeah.
I liked him with Tim Tebow, and I liked the one time they beat Ohio State for the title, so I like that part of it.
What was that?
That's when I really started disliking them. For some reason, I didn't like them growing up, and now I know why I don't like them. But then Florida beat them. Them Tim Tebow teams were fun to watch growing up.
One second.
What are you looking up?
I think this is. Yes! The 2009 Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Texas Longhorns beat Ohio State Buckeyes 24-21. I remember that.
Yeah, I did
Matt
too. That's the reason why.
Stressel.
Yep.
I remember that.
It's the reason why I like Texas.
I was happy. Man, Alex would be so mad right now.
That's all right. He knows I don't like him.
Yeah. I love Colt Floyd, man. That's my dude.
Yeah, I like Colt. I like them growing up.
I still do.
I need to get a shirt, Texas shirt, with the Longhorn on it.
You could probably buy it.
Yeah.
At the mall. We gotta go shopping.
Getting in vacation mode. We need it.
Buy shorts.
Sure. But yeah, you got anything else for hockey or continue with baseball?
I miss college football so much.
I got to start reading up on it because I know Penn State has good recruits, but I don't know which ones are coming in this year and which ones are not playing yet.
No, we're still committed to that. We're going to Ohio State, Penn State.
I'm going.
I'm going with you.
The thing that sucks is it's a noon game though.
It's a noon game?
Yeah. Fox picked it up. It's on Big Noon.
Oh, that'll change.
And that's the reason, because number one, it's not going to change because they already announced that Minnesota is a whiteout game.
And we're the Stripes.
The Stripes, some other game at nighttime.
Which is kind of good because I don't have anything white Penn State. It's all blue.
I have a little bit of both, but
that's
what sucked. I mean, the good thing if we end up going, it's a noon game.
There's no end up going. We're going.
Okay. So the good thing is we won't have to sit at home if it's a big noon game on Fox to have to listen to Gus Johnson because I don't like Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't like him or... I mean, Joel Klatt's okay, but...
I like Joel Klatt.
Joel Klatt's okay, but Gus Johnson just gets on my nerves. Number one, because I'll just straight up say it, he's an Ohio State suck-up. And that gets on my nerves. Just call the game. You know this. You call games. Just call the game.
Call it game.
I mean, you can get all excited and stuff, but it's pretty obvious. That's a reason I don't like him. Or at least the way he does games.
I don't care where we sit. I'd rather be all the way up.
We sat, the two times I saw Pitt, the first one we sat, the end zone tunnel that they run out of?
Yeah.
We sat way up top behind that. And then the second Pitt game, we sat like...
We bring in somebody else?
I don't care who comes. It's going to be me and you, I don't care.
It's just me and you. You're driving now.
Fine with me. We get there at like 8 a.m. and tailgate. We can leave here whatever time. We leave like 5 a.m. But the second game we sat like 40-yard line, middle of the field, like up, but we were like far back. But it was good seats. It was middle of the field.
So it's Ohio State.
We can sit in the last row.
October 29.
Yeah.
Just buy the cheap tickets.
I don't know if they're available yet because I think what they do is they put them available to grad students and seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. And I think they got for fans.
Okay.
So we'll keep an eye on
it. Let me know. I'll buy it.
Chris will probably come.
Too.
Chris will probably come. He likes Penn State.
Chris?
Yeah.
You know who we got? Oh, you're talking about your buddy Chris.
Yeah.
We got to bring like Tony.
He's a Pitt fan, I think.
So he's gonna say no to Penn State, Ohio State?
We don't like. Well, I wouldn't either. That's what I told Alec. I don't like Ohio State, but I'd go to a game down there.
Oh yeah.
I just like to go to different places, especially college campuses, because
you guys are going to Guardians game Sunday?
I don't. It's supposed to storm, I think.
Oh. Okay.
So probably not. But Chris likes Yankees, so I'll probably go the week after that with him. Because then probably that Friday. If you want to come, yeah. That Friday, and then I'll leave for vacation. It's Sunday morning, so then I'll be gone all that week. But yeah, he's a Yankee fan, so we'll probably do that.
Scrappers don't play that first, second, and third. That's when they play.
They're off. Oh yeah, so we can go then.
They're away.
It's Friday the 1st, I think.
Yeah.
We'll,
Let me know.
we'll be good.
This would be the perfect time to call off. Like, I just have to tell them. We have to get that going.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about that more behind the scenes.
Yeah. I don't think people want to hear our plans being made.
Yeah. People love our. Actually, DJ is watching this show, and he's cracking up.
DJ, if you want to come, we're all in.
DJ, you want to come?
You want to come to Ohio State Penn State?
DJ.
Drop a comment. We'll leave Alec at home.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're bad. All right, let's talk baseball now.
All right, baseball. Hey, guess who's in first, baby? Woo!
Go ahead.
My Cleveland Guardians took first place last night. We scored 4-9 to win 11-10 last night. Oh, unbelievable. They're doing what we said that they were going to do, or that they should do.
They had
win series.
Yeah.
They took 2 out of 3. I would really like if they swept Minnesota, so we could have like a 2-game lead going to face Boston.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? We were talking coming into this that stretch they went through, they were playing favorable teams. Now they come into this stretch, I'm not a Guardian fan, but what's that?
Doesn't Cleveland have doubleheader?
I don't think. No, I think they're in next series. That's why it's like a 5-game series. It's the next one.
All right, because they're playing right now.
It could just be a scheduled day. It's just a scheduled day game.
Oh, okay.
But Matt, coming in first, I asked you the other day, if you would have go on the road, and I would have told you they would have took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, you would have took that, right?
I knew they were going to get Minnesota.
But 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers in LA, sign me up for that. Then they come on the road and they trailed in both these games in Minnesota. They've been trailing them, and they came back and won late, at least on the first game. And I mean, you got to be excited about it because the young guys they have. I know but it's still going to be a battle though because we know it's possible that these teams can be flipping for first place the rest of the way. But I mean, if Cleveland keeps, I mean, they got a bunch more games against Minnesota coming up. Like I said today, and then they have 5 next week against them. I think 2 doubleheaders, or 1 doubleheader somewhere. But that still
is a 4-game series.
Yeah, and play your. How many times we say this in every sport? Go 500 on the road and take care of business at home, and they're doing it both of them right now.
Come back home.
They're winning the games on the road. This tough stretch they started out. They've had all these games on the road so far, and they only lost 1. And it was a close one to the Dodgers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they've been in all these games, and they've been. And the thing is, Matt, 11 runs last night too.
Well,
they're finally getting hitting too.
That first game against the Dodgers was a close. I mean, one in extra innings, 2-1. They beat us 7-1 the next game, and then we beat them 5-3.
Yeah. But and like I said, they're doing it on the road too.
We're hitting.
That's the other thing. They're not just getting.
Past
last night, not as much.
More than 1 run.
I mean, last night not as much because they gave up 10, but they're for the most part. I mean, I like what the first game Savali pitched, and he's at least ERA wise, he's been their worst pitcher. But not that he's a bad pitcher, but just so far this season, he hasn't done it as well as he has done. And he's not an ace type guy, but he's a good middle of the rotation end guy, and he pitched well for them, only giving up 4 or 5 runs. Or, they weren't all him, but the team gave up 4 or 5 runs.
Yeah.
So he kept them in it early, and you got to like that. And again, on the road too. It's hard to do it on the road.
Oh, sure is.
I mean, Minnesota. I know it's different with road games in the middle of season for baseball because they're not packed crowds, they're not big crowds, but it's still hard to go on away from your place and try to win, especially when you're battling for first place against the Twins, who the last couple of years have won the division and have been battling for the division. So I know they have some newer players like Correa and some guys, but and Cleveland's been battling for Division too. So both these teams, Matt, the last couple of years, they're familiar with each other, and pretty much every game they play against each other are close games, and big games too.
I tell you what, every year Cleveland's battling for first.
Yeah.
I mean, even
except maybe last year
a little bit.
Yeah, but they fell off a little bit.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter who we're battling with. It's been Minnesota the past couple of years. But Chicago's been in there, Detroit.
Yeah. I remember. I mean, even when those years they started to get good, and then they built themselves up to go to the World Series. Detroit had great teams with Victor Martinez and Miggy,
pitching,
Verlander, and Zimmerman. But
Verlander, Zimmerman.
Man, Matt, them days. Cabrera used to be an Indian killer.
Back
in the day.
Oh my gosh!
Every time it was big situation.
Martinez?
Yep.
Played for Detroit, now he's Boston.
Every time Miggy came up with a big chance against Indians, he always hit a home run or did something. He was an Indian killer. What's that?
I was pissed.
I like Miggy though.
Oh, me too.
But I mean, did they just start now? Is there any score in that game?
They're in the fifth inning.
Minnesota's up 1-0. But again, it's fifth inning. They're up 1-0. Cleveland's come back these last two games.
Yep. Cardiac kid.
That's why you play 9 innings.
It's not over. It's over.
Nope. But if they continue this, we'll see what they do with the Red Sox coming in. They're not. Again, they're starting to get themselves back in where they want to be, but they didn't start out well. So, I mean, coming home against a team that's
first going into the All-Star break.
That's the key. Yeah, that's the big thing.
In case you have a little slump.
Yeah.
I want to be like a 5-game lead in first.
What is it right now? Just one game?
Yeah, it's one.
If we win the first one tied them up, and then last night gave them the 1-game lead.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I was saying, if Boston coming in, they're 39-31, they're better than what they started as. But still, if you're coming home against a team that's had to find themselves this year, when you're hot and you're coming back home, I mean, obviously you can't have a letdown because we've seen teams come in the past. My team does it all the time. They have great road trips and come home and lose. That's the big key. You're doing your job winning on the road, but don't come home and lose. I mean, it's again, you may lose the series, but don't come home and get swept by the Red Sox. At least win a game or two. I know it's a 3-game series, so you'd like to take 2 out of 3, but you can't come home and let it, stink up the joint after you just had. I mean, this road trip's not over yet, but after doing what you did to the Dodgers, getting yourself in first place with this series, that's the big thing is not to come home and not, come home acting like you did the job. No, you did what you're supposed to do, but there's a long way to go.
Sure is. We're on the right path.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's a young team, so are they going to come home and keep doing what they're doing, or are they going to have a letdown? Or
I'm not saying this team's going to win World Series this year, but I definitely see a wild card or division win. Maybe like a first round exit.
Well, I'll tell you what though, with the way they're playing this year, you wouldn't think that they would have a big fall off. I mean, if they do, that's shame on them. But don't forget, there's an extra wild card spot this year. It's another 3 wild card teams. So I mean, even if they fall off, you think they'd still get a wild card spot this year.
Oh.
But I mean, did you expect that at the beginning of the year? Because I thought they were a team that was going to be trying to get a wild card spot, maybe wouldn't get it. I didn't think they'd be this.
I had a feeling.
I didn't think they'd
I always
be
have that feeling. No, it's my team.
Well, you're always optimistic when the season starts. Like, hey, maybe they'll do something this year until they actually start playing. But the first couple years, or the first couple weeks, especially when they went on a 7-game losing streak, I didn't think they'd bounce back. So it's been, they've had a good run here, and they're, like I said, they're doing it with everything. They're doing it with their pitching that they've had for a long time, and their bullpen, Matt, you got to give that credit too, because their bullpen the last couple years hasn't been as great. It's pretty good this year.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's pretty good this year with the closer and Brian Shaw's bouncing back. He's not, blowing leads. Brian Shaw we had the last couple of years, but they've put together a good bullpen. And last year they traded some guys away in the bullpen at the deadline, like Phil Maton. They got Miles Straw out of that, so that's a good trade.
Yeah.
But that was the key last year.
They didn't do that and like
What's that?
what they designated for Simon.
Mercado.
They did Oscar Mercado to make room for Ramiro Reyes.
I think it makes sense.
I don't. Ramiro Reyes stinks.
He had a home run the other night.
Yeah, in AAA.
No, for them.
Oh, really?
I think it was the first game. I think that's why they won. I think that's what gave them or at least tied it, I think. But
my dad was probably pretty mad about that. He can't stand Reyes.
He's a big power hitter. You got to have that.
So we don't have to do Oscars anymore.
You got to have a guy that hits home runs or strikes out. That's the way the game is now. And that's what Reyes does. I mean, sometimes he's not a fast guy, so he's not going to have a whole lot of doubles, but he can drive and runs. He doesn't always do it, but he did it the other night.
I'm looking.
But I think it makes. I'm not saying Mercado stinks, but it makes sense because they have a lot of outfielders, don't they?
Yeah.
So I mean, he was. I think it makes sense.
He won one for 5
in that first game.
Yeah.
And the one hit was
the home run.
Yeah.
I like that.
Out of your power hitter, a DH. If you go 1 for 4, 2 for 5, I'll take that. When at least every other game, it seems like you have a home run. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. But all right, you want to go into hockey? We got 14 minutes left. We'll wrap up with hockey.
Yeah, let's go into hockey.
So last night, Colorado took the 3-1 lead.
I know.
What do you think?
I think it's over.
Think it's over tomorrow night, or you think Tampa can extend it?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it is too. It's going back Colorado. It's hard to play there. It's too hard. Did you see the ending to the game too, or no? So it wasn't controversial, but it was confusing because I forget who scored the goal for Colorado, but where it was, I can't remember. But they shot it. Well, first of all, in overtime, we'll go this far back. In overtime, it was 2-2. It felt like Colorado was going to win the game because they pretty much had it was in their end of their end of the ice the whole game or the whole overtime period. Tampa had no offensive, didn't have it in their offensive zone at all. Colorado had it the whole time, so you had that feeling that Colorado was going to put it in. We saw it how many times in the Rangers and Penguins series, but the one guy was like driving at an angle towards the net, and they shot it and kind of deflected off Vasilevsky, and it deflected like up towards a little bit, like into the net, and it got stuck like. So here's the top of the net, and then it goes down like this. Here's the bar that in the back of the net, top back. It went up there and wrapped around the net. So nobody really saw it, but one of the Colorado guys saw it, and they started celebrating, and they didn't officially call it. So they went and talked about it, and they called it right away. You'll have to look it up. But Tampa's coach was like mad about it, and I don't understand what he was mad about because it was clearly in the net. They just didn't see it. Like it was a goal, but nobody saw it go in. That's why it was confusing. But I don't know what he was mad about because it was in the net. But yeah, that's what won them the game. Everybody was talking about it. If you got a chance to look at it.
I will.
But yeah, Colorado. I don't know. They did their job and took one on the road. Now they're going back a chance to win it. Yeah, I think with Tampa, Vasilevsky had a good overtime though. For Colorado having it in their offensive end the whole game or the whole overtime, Vasilevsky made some really good saves. They just weren't helping him out because they weren't. Well, actually, on that goal that they won it on, Tampa Bay was trying to make a switch and it was too late. They were trying to get a switch because it cleared it out. Colorado came back the other end pretty quickly. Tampa was trying to make a change and they didn't make it in time, and that's pretty much what led to the goal. And like I was saying, that Vasilevsky was making tons of good saves in the overtime period, but when you have the puck in that end of your zone the whole game, you're pretty much guaranteed to at least score it to take the lead, and that's what Tampa couldn't correct that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I agree. I think it's over in 5 because it's hard to play there, and after a loss like that, when you're in overtime at home, and it's pretty demoralizing to have that, and then you got to go on the road and try to win at a place like that when you're down 3-1. So I think it's over too, but we'll see. Weird things happen in hockey.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But all right, about final 10 minutes in the show. Let's talk NBA draft.
Yeah. Who do you want tonight?
For the Cat?
Yeah.
Oh. Like Baji.
Well, first of all, who's going number 1? I think Jabari Smith is.
I think Jabari Smith is too.
I would be surprised if Chet went 1, but I don't expect it.
Chet's definitely 2.
Who's picking 2 again?
Oklahoma City.
I think it's a good fit for him because they got guards there. With Shea Gilgeous and Giddey, who was rookie of the year candidate.
Yep.
So I think that'd be good. It should have been Mobley. But
yeah.
He was literally every. I'm not trying to be a homer here because I'm a Cavs fan, but literally every analyst, like Reggie Miller was saying at the All-Star break, give Evan Mobley the MVP or the Rookie of the Year. Because you saw when he wasn't playing, the Cavs couldn't win. What happened when Scotty Barnes wasn't playing? They were still winning. It's whatever. We'll have the better player in the longer run. But
I know you can have it. We'll have NBA championships.
Yeah, I want championships and conference championships and MVPs and all that.
We'll get it.
But I think tonight I probably want to. I think I want him. Probably.
Oh, me too.
I would love Johnny Davis, but I don't think he's going to be there.
Yeah.
But
Brody's awesome.
I either want him, or if they can't get him and they have an opportunity, like I said the other day, to trade and get like a 5 or 6 year veteran who could play small forward, I would do that. And I think today, my dad actually said they made a trade. I'm going to see what it was.
DeJounte Murray.
No, well, that's rumored, but they made like a trade for a 2nd round pick, I think.
Oh, did they?
So I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to pick up a 2nd rounder. If they try to pick up that, and then they could try to, package a player with those 2 picks this year and maybe get somebody.
Who would we trade?
Who would I trade for?
Yeah. Who would we trade?
I'll tell you what. I don't want to trade Sexton, but if they give up that 14th pick with Sexton to get Murray, I think I would do it. I don't want to lose Sexton. You guys know I don't want to lose him, but that makes him better.
I don't know.
I think that makes him better. I don't care what they do. I just want a small forward because I like Isaac Okoro, but he's not the offensive answer to be in your starting lineup.
Defense.
And I don't think Markkanen was good at the 3 last year, but I don't think that's a long-term answer.
We'll see.
So I if they keep the pick, I want a Baji, I think. I'm not for sure yet. You'll have to see when they get to that pick. What's that?
What position is he?
He's a shooting guard, but he's big enough to play small forward.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see, obviously, who's there when they pick at 14, but I think I'd want him or, like I said, if they can get a good enough trade, I would do it.
We don't need another point guard.
That's for sure. That's real. Because, like I said the other day, I think they're past, if they want to, take a big step last year, if they want to,
Darius
what's that? Oh, yeah. That's for sure. But I think that they're past, if they want to take another big step this year, I think they're past that just get young guys and develop them stage. Because I think they don't have a lot of veterans on this team. I know Darius has been there a couple years, but he's still young. He still has things to learn. Their only real veterans, Kevin Love. That's pretty much it. If they bring back Rubio, we'll see. But they don't really have too many veterans.
A lot of things are going to happen. We just got to sit back and watch.
And in that playing game against the Hawks, Trae Young had a good game. I'll say that. But if they have more, that's a young team, and I know I didn't even expect them to be a playing team this year or last year. But maybe if they had a couple more veterans that know how to score in big moments, maybe they win that game. So I think that's the thing. I think if because there are going to be a lot more bigger games next year, and a lot more teams are going to be
healthy.
What's that?
We weren't 100% healthy.
No, I know that. I acknowledge that part, but still, we had a chance to win it. We were up 10 for most of the game, and we couldn't finish it. That was frustrating. Yeah. But I think if next year, if they have a little bit more veteran leadership, and next year, they're not going to catch teams off guard next year. People know that they're good now. That they're not surprising teams like they were last year. But so that's the thing. I think if they're going to have teams coming at them, I want a little bit more veteran leadership. And I think that if they're able to get Ricky Rubio back, I want that because he did a lot for them last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I think we should go Caris over.
I don't think so.
Oh no. He didn't really know.
Let's see, because a lot of these guys are saying they're willing to come off the bench and take a little bit less money. I know a lot of people say that, but it seems like they actually are meaning that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I got Jabari Smith going first to the Magic. Probably Chet to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And then you got Ben Carroll, you got Ivy, Murray, Benedict McFerrin's in there.
I think who's picking third again? I'm trying to pull it up.
The Rockets.
I think Ben Carroll is a good pick there if they can get him. Because they're another team that has guards with Jalen Green and your boy what's his name? Porter.
Man, Porter Jr. You still have your Porter Jr.
Yeah, but I actually put black duct tape and I wrote Mobley's name on it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I got the Mobley for it and the Porter Jr. for it because I love the black and blue jersey.
Yeah. I like well, we actually have got to see because what jerseys they come out with because they're getting new jerseys.
Yeah.
Hope they're not stupid. I didn't like the last one. I didn't these ones they've had the last 5 years. I haven't liked them at all. I just got them because that's what their jerseys were, and I wanted my player's jersey, but I don't like them. But I like the colors. That bring back the what?
That last one was pretty cool.
Like with the old logo on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those city ones I liked, but I'm talking about like the permanent ones that had the last 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
I haven't liked them, but I like they brought back the old school colors that we had when we were kids.
Yeah.
So I hope they're not stupid, but we've had good ones.
Those are the edition ones from the year before.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, those were bad.
Yeah, they were. But they've had good ones and bad ones, so we'll see.
Yeah. But all right. Let's say we finish this off. We're not going to be here tomorrow, so let's do highlight of the week and let's do media of the week.
All right. Let me pull it up. What do you got? What do you want to do first?
Let's do highlight.
Go ahead. You got yours?
Highlight of the week. I don't know. Cleveland Guardians. Taking first place. That's my highlight.
I guess I got to go with O'Neal Cruz and Blind Madras. Just being up. I've been waiting all year for O'Neal Cruz to be up, so I'll go O'Neal. And he's been playing good. He scored another run today, so they're up 6-2 right now. So it's not that he's just up, but he's producing too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my highlight.
All right. You want to help me out?
You could give it to us. We had technical issues.
Yeah.
Coming onto the show.
We give it to Stratford. No.
You could. Or,
I'm not going.
I mean, going on losing streaks, that's meathead worthy.
They're in a slump.
They're not trying to lose.
No.
I don't know. There's been
I don't know. I've been busy.
How about this one? When after the Warriors won the championship, Klay Thompson said that somebody from the Grizzlies was making fun of them in the regular season, saying strength in numbers and all that. And then Klay came out and said, I don't know who the player was, but he called him a bum.
Oh, okay.
So that could be meathead because I keep telling you guys don't tick off the Warriors because they'll beat you.
Okay.
So I guess whoever the Grizzly player was, he's meathead.
That's probably.
I think it was Jaren Jackson, but they haven't said.
Jaren Jackson, yeah. All right. That's going to do your Captain Sports Podcast. We won't be in tomorrow, so we'll see you next week. Alex will be back, so get excited.
We'll be here next week.
All right. Stay tuned to the Power Hour.